story of The Great Gatsby, written by F. Scott Fitzgerald, reflects on the flawed ideal of the American dream during the Roaring Twenties. A decade of fiscally conservative policies leads to massive wealth inequality and a seemingly bleak future for the working class. Tax cuts, deregulation, and poor workers' rights represent the quintessential political agenda of the era. Prohibition allowed many like Gatsby to live like the rag to riches. However, Gatsby's dream, which is collectively represented as the green light in the book, is priceless. His green light is the love of Daisy Buchanan, an impossible dream.
Guys, I've been reading this book called The Rise of the Colored Empires by Goddard, and it's really interesting. Basically, it's saying that if we don't stick together as white people, we're going to be utterly submerged. It's really scientific stuff. It's all been proven.
Throughout the 19th and early 20th century, a wave of pseudo-scientific racial theories hit the upper class. Fitzgerald represented this phenomenon with Tom quoting one of these books at dinner. These theories try to prove white racial supremacy by flawed scientific methods and misinterpreting valid scientific works such as The Origin of Species by Charles Darwin.
Excuse me.
Wait, do you know who that is?
You don't know?
I don't.
Tom's got a woman in New York.
Oh, hey, what's up, Nick? Yeah. Nah, don't even trip, old sport. Don't trip. Yeah, I fired all my servants. I don't want anyone who doesn't gossip, you know? Daisy comes here quite often. I don't want her in trouble with Tom. Yeah, I know. It's kind of screwed up. Her husband can cheat on whoever he wants to with. But when she does it with me, it's a sin. It's a mortal sin, old sport. Yeah. I got you. I'm gonna meet up with some people at Bullshine. Yeah, I'll see you there. Right. Bye.
Although these people believed the race had supremacy, they did not believe that women should have any empowerment. This is exemplified by the fact that nothing was really done when it was well known that Tom was having an affair on Daisy with Mardle. However, Gatsby had to fire all of his servants to protect Daisy's safety, as if she were to be discovered cheating on Tom, it would lead to an actual punishment, as during that time, it was only frowned upon when women cheated. Women during this time period did experience a bit of liberation with the 19th Amendment women's suffrage. However, they were still expected to be housewives.
Don't you get it? She never loved you. She only loved me. She never, ever loved you.
Can you guys stop? It's so hot.
Daisy, this guy isn't good for you. I found out the secret behind him and his drugstores. He bought a whole bunch of them and started selling grain alcohol to us citizens.
That doesn't matter. She never loved you.
Man, those are some nice Oxford.
The prohibition of alcohol led to a huge spike in organized crime during the Roaring Twenties. This also led to old money families such as the Buchanans to be skeptical of the wealth of these newcomers. It was known that Gatsby had a mysterious past. However, Tom discovered that Gatsby was nothing but a filthy bootlegger. This leads to the question, so who is Gatsby?
Came to war, old sport. It was a great relief at first. I tried very hard to die, you know, but it seemed to bear an enchanted life, you know. I accepted a commission as first lieutenant when it began. In the Argonne Forest, I took two machine guns to Taman, so far forward that there were half a mile gap on either side of us where the infantry couldn't advance. We stayed there for 2 days and 2 nights. 130 men with 16 Lewis guns, and when the infantry came, up at last they found an insignia of 3 German divisions amongst the piles of the dead. I was promoted to be major, and every Allied government gave me a decoration. Wow. Every Allied government, Even Montenegro, little Montenegro on the little Adriatic Sea, they gave me a decoration.
To understand who Gatsby is, one needs to understand that he is a mirror for Fitzgerald's life. Both characters fought in World War I, but Gatsby came out of the war fully decorated. This can be seen as an American dream, or fantasy, for Fitzgerald, as in real life, he was only a second lieutenant, nowhere near as decorated and battle-scarred as Gatsby. Furthermore, Gatsby and Fitzgerald attended elite universities. Fitzgerald attended Princeton, while Gatsby briefly attended Oxford. It is arguable that Oxford is a more prestigious university than Princeton. So under these lenses, it can be interpreted that Gatsby attending Oxford is another fantasy for Fitzgerald. Gatsby shared the same class struggle as the working class, the unattainability of the American dream. Though the two had different interpretations of what the dream and greenlight is, the idea of a worker getting rich and a man finding love during the Roaring Twenties seemed so feasible, yet impossible. From the workers' valleys of ashes to Gatsby's lavish parties, the green light was dimming.